My name is Larry Ford. I've been in the Commerce City area since around 1956.
Well, my name is Casey Hayes, and I've lived in Commerce City since January 1st, 1958, and I served as mayor from 1999 to 2003.
My name is Robert Gaylor. I'm city attorney for the city of Commerce City. I became associated with Commerce City when I first entered law practice in Commerce City in 1965.
My name is Warren Curls. I've lived in the city since 1958.
My name's Alan Klein, or everybody calls me Al, and we've lived in Commerce City since '54. She made a decision to run. She just felt she had to get involved with the city. She just had that feeling, and it's the best thing that ever happened to her. She really got going with it. Prior to 1970, Commerce City was, well, where we lived on Locust Street, 5400 block. When it rained, you had a hard time getting in and out of there, but after a few years, they got it paved or oiled, and so it was okay after that. But it was in the country, all right.
There wasn't too many streets. They were all gravel roads. Not all gravel, but a lot of gravel, a lot of rough roads. 1962, I became a police officer for the city of Commerce City. We had 6 officers at that time. The late 1960s, the city looked sure not like it does today. We probably had a population, I think, of about 8,000.
We were a city that at the time was known for a lot of hog farms. We had 6 or 8 hog farms. We had feedlots, smells from those, and the refineries, and we wanted to get our image changed.
As a statutory city, the city is governed by state law, which limits the powers of what the city can do locally. It limits the ability to finance their improvements, to float bonds, limits their ability to impose taxes, limits their ability as to how they're going to have their elections.
It helped us in many ways, we feel, by being able to finance projects and build a city that our neighbors all were home rule. We felt that, hey, we got to get away from this little city atmosphere so that we can become something someday.
The dog track was a big factor in Commerce City prior to 1970. It was bringing 10,000 people a night into Commerce City. The city was generating no financial benefit from the dog track. In the Home Rule Charter, we specifically provided for imposition of a wagering tax, which allowed the City Council to adopt a 1% tax on all wagers made at the dog track. So with the proceeds of that wagering tax, the city then was able to move ahead to finance road construction. We built new streets, curbs, gutters, sidewalks throughout the whole city.
The leaders in the community got together, and we decided if the city was ever going to be a great city, that we had to get away from the small town atmosphere and go into the home rule.
Now, what that meant was not an easy task, because what it meant was had to elect 21 members who are qualified electors, who were qualified electors in the city of Commerce City, to serve as what we call a charter commission.
In 1970, they came along with the charter convention, which entailed getting people to run for the charter so it could be written into the home rule city.
Bob Gaylor, the attorney, he looked at some of the other cities, got copies of their charters, and then we went over line by line. It took us months.
We had 120 days to get the charter written, and the members of that charter commission and I met almost daily over that 120-day period. I would write in the evening, and in the daytime, I would meet with members of the Charter Commission, and then we'd have our formal meetings at night. But it was really a challenging experience, but also a very exciting experience because the people all came together.
So it was a learning process for us, and at the same time we were trying to use what expertise and ideas that we had to put into the charter to make it better for the people following this.
At the end of 120 days then, we had a charter that the Charter Commission recommended to the populace of the city of Commerce City.
As I envisioned it as a person, Home Rule turned out fine and dandy, and it's only been changed, I think, twice, and there were minor changes out of 40 years. It must have been a pretty good charter.
What we did was a special improvement district up in the northeast part of the city, and it was a small special improvement district, and we had to convince the people that, hey, this drainage thing and curb and gutter and sidewalk is going to work. And there was a lot of reluctance to that, especially some people didn't want to donate the land to widen the street or whatever. And once we got that through, and we had some big spring rains, and it was all ran off like it should be instead of down in somebody's basement, they were wild about it, happy. And every other special improvement district went through just real great, no problems at all.
We went from growth of about 2 or 3 houses per year up to 1,800 houses a year.
I think the growth of the city is very favorable.
We are a transportation hub. I think we'll see more development out of that. And as we expand to the east and get closer to the airport, I think we'll see development out there that will come in and benefit the city as a whole.
All the possibilities in the world exist for Commerce City for further growth and to continue to grow the way it has grown in the last few years.
What we see here today is beyond our wildest dreams of what Commerce City we visioned 40 years ago when we were putting together the charter.
We've got everything it takes in Commerce City. I believe a lot of it's due to the forefathers going forward, getting us into home rule, and it's just been great. I think we have a great city now.
Jean loved Commerce City. She did everything she could to make it even better. Towards the latter part of the year, she had little angels she used to carry around all the time, give them away. The little angels, little glass angels. I thought she got her name, the Angel Lady. You know, years ago, somebody asked you where you was from, you'd kind of mumble. I'm from Commerce City, something like that, you know. Nowadays, I'm from Commerce City. By gosh, that's the way it is. I'm proud of it.